Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be going through the books that I am hoping to read in December. As I mentioned in my November TBR video, I am not playing my TBR game this month because I already kind of know what books I want to read before the end of the year, and I want to concentrate on completing some vlog projects next month. I have ambitious plans for December. I want to try and keep things more chill because it's my birthday in December and then Christmas, so I'm expecting it to be quite busy. But I want to hold myself accountable still, and I want to make this video to talk through my general plans. So I'm probably not going to read all of these books next month, but these are the books that I'm going to be choosing from throughout December. So there's one readathon that I am hoping to take part in, and that is the Reindeer Readathon, which is hosted by Eric from Break Even Books. Basically, there's 5 teams, and it works on a point system where you earn points for your team based on the books that you read and the prompts that you fulfill. I'll leave the announcement video in the description in case you want to find out more, but I don't know at this time what team I'm going to be on because it's allocated at random. So if I do find out before this video goes live, I'll leave it in the description just in case you're interested. But yeah, I think that's everything that I needed to say as a brief intro. So let's talk about some books that I want to read next month. The first vlog that I'm hoping to finish in December, which should hopefully be the next video going live after this one, is my Waterstones vlog. So I'm currently reading every book that's been chosen as a Waterstones book of the month in 2023, and there's 2 books that I still need to read. The first is In Memoriam by Alice Winn, which I possibly put on my November TBR. I haven't got around to this yet, so I'm hoping I might be able to finish this before the end of November. It's currently the 25th when I'm filming this, so I have like 5 more days. We'll see if I actually get around to it though, otherwise this will be one of the first books that I pick up in December. And then I also have Antarctica by Keegan, which is a short story collection. I've never read anything by this author before, but I love this cover. I think it looks like it's going to be perfect for winter, and I have heard good things about Claire Keegan's writing. So again, this is going to be a book that I pick up quite quickly in December. Not actually sure what this one is about, but I know that In Memoriam is World War II fiction, and it follows the love story between 2 soldiers. So possibly one that's going to make me cry. I did also recently read a World War II fiction that made me sob. So maybe I'll have a similar experience with this one. I'm pretty sure this has also been nominated as the Waterstones Book of the Year, so it'll be interesting to see if it ends up winning. I would also really like to try and film another episode of my Kindle Clear Out project, which is a vlog series that I've been doing this year, reading backlist books from my Kindle to try and reduce my digital TBR. I have accumulated quite a few festive books over the past few years, and I feel like this is a good opportunity to finally read them. So top of my list is Window Shopping by Tessa Bailey. I have read one book by Tessa Bailey before. I read It Happened One Summer. I think it was last year or the year before, and I liked the plot and I even liked the characters, but I do not like the way that Tessa Bailey writes dirty talk, and apparently it's quite a big thing in most of her books, so I'm nervous to see what I think of Window Shopping. I'm sure I've mostly heard that it's a fun time though, and it's a very short, almost novella. I think it's like 200 pages, so hopefully it's going to be a fun and festive read. Another book I would also like to pick up for that video is Midnight in Everwood by M.A. Kuzniar, which I believe is a Nutcracker retelling. I've never actually seen the Nutcracker. I think I kind of know the story, but yeah, that's another book that I should have read in 2020 or 2021. I've had it since it came out and just not got around to it yet. The final book that I might pick up for that vlog is Royal Holiday by Jasmine Guillory, which I think is actually the 4th book in a series of companion novels. I am fairly sure that I've read the other books in the series, but I can't find them on my Kindle and I can't find them on my Goodreads. So I don't know whether I've just imagined that. I'm fairly sure I've read a few Jasmine Guillory books, but it was before I started my booktube channel, so I can't remember anything about them. But I know that this follows the mom of a main character from one of the first few books. And I do tend to be interested in romances that feature older characters, so I'm hoping I will like this one. Haven't heard the best reviews, but I'm going in with an open mind. Me and my partner are also planning on buddy reading Bookshops and Bonedust by Travis Baldree, which is a prequel to one of my favourite books of last year, Legends and Lattes. This is following our main character Viv, and I think she ends up helping out a struggling bookshop. I'm assuming so, seeing as how it's called Bookshops and Bonedust. We actually buddy read a different book last year and it was really fun. I really enjoyed buddy reading a book on Christmas Day and getting to chat about it and stuff. So yeah, I'm hoping this is going to give me all of the cozy vibes. The main reason I'm going to be waiting to film my best books of the year video is because I'm hoping that this is going to be on that list. So no pressure, but if I don't love it, then I'm going to be really upset. I would also like to try and read some books that I got for Christmas last year. So one of those books is City of Last Chances by Adrian Tchaikovsky. This is the gorgeous Goldsborough special edition, which has the stenciled edges, and I have never read anything by this author before, but I've just bought the companion novel that goes alongside this. I think this is a standalone, but there's another book that Goldsborough are also doing a special edition of, and I want to know whether I'm going to enjoy this one, because obviously I've just ordered the companion book. My partner loves this author, so I would have got it anyway, but I'm interested to see what I think of this. I don't actually know much about it. I think it's going to be very much driven by the atmosphere and the setting, because it takes place in a city that has this like criminal underworld. But yeah, like I said, hopefully I will enjoy this one. Betty by Tiffany McDaniel is another book that I got for Christmas last year. I think my sister got me this because my sister's name isn't Betty, but we call her Betty. So I think that's why this book stood out to her. But I have also heard amazing things about it. I think it's historical fiction and it follows the life of this main character called Betty. So another book that I am hopefully gonna read in December. I'm also anticipating that this is gonna be quite sad and heartbreaking, so I'm gonna have to work out a good time to pick this up when I'm gonna be in the right headspace. One of my sisters actually got me a Waterstones gift card last year, and the book that I bought with that gift card is Little Prisons by Illona Bannister, I think is how you pronounce the author's name. I had never heard of this book, but I kept seeing it every time I went into Waterstones, so I finally decided to pick it up. This is, I think, a story about loneliness and isolation. It follows 4 women who live in a nondescript building in a gentrifying corner of London, so possibly another book that's going to be quite heartbreaking, but I'm interested to see what I think of this because I have never heard anyone talk about it. I do enjoy picking up books sometimes that I've never heard reviews for, because it means that I go into them with a completely open mind. Not that I don't usually do that, but obviously it's quite difficult when you spend a lot of time online and consuming content about books. It's difficult not to be influenced, even subconsciously. A series that I should have read a few years ago is the Micah Grey trilogy by LR Lam. My sister got me this entire trilogy for Christmas in 2020. 2020. I should have said actually, I have 3 sisters, so all of the books that I've mentioned were bought for me by different sisters. But my sisters know that I love reading and they know that I enjoy getting books as gifts, so I feel kind of bad that I still haven't read these, but I am even more interested in this series now because I read Dragonfall by LR Lam earlier this year and really enjoyed it. It's a difficult book to recommend because it doesn't have the best reviews on Goodreads, and I can kind of see why it hasn't worked for everyone, but I really liked it, so I want to see what I think of this author's backlist. This also takes place in a magical circus. I think it's a magical circus. Maybe it's not actually magical. I'm pretty sure it's fantasy though, and it's blurbed by Lee Bardugo and Robin Hobb, so very high praise, and I'm excited to get into this. I know that it came out in 2012 or 2013, so it's possibly going to feel like the YA books that were popular around that time, but yeah, I'm hoping it's going to be a series that I fall in love with. I'm fairly sure my sister's read this and that's why she recommended it to me, but I don't know if she ever actually finished the trilogy, so it'll be interesting to see if I do like it. The final book that I would also like to try and read before the end of the year is Tress of the Emerald Sea by Brandon Sanderson. I haven't actually read a Brandon Sanderson book yet this year, considering I read quite a lot of his books last year, and this year is the year of Sanderson with all of his secret projects. It's weird that I haven't actually read a Brandon Sanderson book in 2023 yet, but hopefully I can get round to this before the end of the year. This was the first of the secret projects to come out, and it's the one that I've heard the most positive reviews for. I've also heard good things about Secret Project number 4, but I haven't read Stormlight yet, and I've heard that there's a lot of Cosmo references in that, so I don't know whether I should wait to read it, but yeah, I've heard that this does work quite well as a standalone, so I'm excited to hopefully get round to it. So those are my general reading plans and intentions for the end of 2023. Let me know in the comments what books are on your December TBR, and have you read any of the books on mine, and are there any that you would recommend? Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and click subscribe if you'd like to see more videos from me, but otherwise I will see you next time. Bye!